Bitcoin and Ether to some extent, but Bitcoin, surely, it is the most secure network out there, is the first, and each one of these words is really important. The first global, private, decentralized monetary system ever invented. And it is going to have profound ramifications. Just ask the people in El Salvador.
More than anything, the events of the past few weeks have brought into perspective just how much the world needs a money revolution. Countries, governments, institutions, and even retail investors have come to realize that the traditional financial systems are crumbling faster than anyone expects. Everyone is looking out for the next big thing that will catapult us into the next era of investment and finance, an era that would be free of the many pitfalls of the recent era. Cathie Wood, the CEO and CIO of ARK Invest, is a huge advocate of innovative technologies that are set to displace the old systems. She believes that the shift is already happening, and innovations like DNA sequencing, robotics, energy storage, artificial intelligence, and blockchain technologies are on the path of exponential growth. In a recent interview, Wood talks extensively about the opportunities that blockchain technology presents. She explains that there are 3 ongoing revolutions that investors must focus on: money revolution, financial service revolution, and next-generation internet revolution. Wood adds that all 3 are possible because of blockchain technology and will prove quite beneficial for investors, institutions, and countries. Here is Wood's explanation of the new systems and the money revolution that is currently being championed by Bitcoin.
In a broad sense, we have never been like this moment in history in terms of the amount of change that is it's already started. We feel the ground, as you just said, shifting underneath us. It has already started. 5 major innovation platforms evolving at the same time. You have to go back to the early 1900s to see anything like it. You had 3 platforms then. You had telephone, electricity, and automobile. Today you have DNA sequencing, you heard it on the conference, DNA sequencing, robotics, energy storage, artificial intelligence, blockchain technologies. All of them are in exponential growth trajectories, and they are converging with one another in massively important ways and profound ways. And they're going to deliver, we believe, if you just take a look at the technologies themselves, over the next 10 years, we believe the market cap associated with these 5 platforms and the 14 underlying technologies is going to scale at a 30% compound annual rate of return. These are astonishing rates of return. And if you're a good stock picker, you'll probably do even better than that if you're focused only on innovation. There are 3 revolutions taking place simultaneously right now. One is a money revolution. One is a financial services revolution. And one is a next generation internet revolution. So on the money revolution, Bitcoin and Ether to some extent, but Bitcoin, surely, it is the most secure network out there, is the first, and each one of these words is really important. The first global, private, decentralized monetary system ever invented. And it is going to have profound ramifications. Just ask the people in El Salvador. And recently, President Bukele of El Salvador had a conversation with President Erdogan of Turkey because they are going through a currency crisis. And so I think the emerging markets are going to adopt this kind of monetary system increasingly because their own monetary systems, very dependent often on the dollar or on the euro or someone else who does not control the population. They would prefer not to be dependent on politicians. This doesn't involve politicians. So that's the monetary revolution. And we think that it's going to proliferate faster. Emerging markets are very interested, except for China, of course. They're interested in making the digital yuan the reserve currency of Asia. And that's fully controlled by people. What I'm discussing is not.
The second revolution, according to the former hedge fund manager, is the financial service revolution, or DeFi. There is no doubt that decentralized finance is one of the biggest things ever in the history of finance. It has seen such exponential growth over the past 2 years, and experts believe it is going to grow even faster and bigger in the coming years. That's why we have many big institutions scrambling to get into the sector now that it is still in its early stage. Listen to Wood's explanation about how DeFi is set to overtake the old financial systems and usher in a new era.
The second revolution is in the financial services industry. We do believe that DeFi, decentralized finance, is going to usurp the role of most financial services companies today. Most financial services companies are middlemen, and DeFi takes the middlemen out of the equation. You know, in the early days, some of your viewers may know of Lending Club, and it took some middlemen out of the equation, was able to offer higher rates to savers and lower rates to borrowers, and became very, very popular very quickly. Well, put that on steroids. That's what we have going on in DeFi. And again, it's a global movement. All of these are global. They are not. They're not being governed by any particular nationality. Now, regulators are now turning their sights on DeFi pretty aggressively. You saw in the chart how, at least once a month, twice a month, in the last year, a regulator somewhere around the world has said, hey, we've got to investigate this. And that's not a bad thing. I think in the United States, my observation is that regulators want to protect the little guy, the average investor. That's their mandate. And that's good. Prevent frauds and other such things. And yet I also found regulators not wanting to be blamed for preventing, at least here in the US, from participating in the next big thing, the next big internet. We have an ethos of innovation in this country. Interestingly, even though it seems today that investors are running away from it, it's kind of the opposite of the tech and telecom bubble when they were falling all over themselves. That was a dream. This is the reality, and they're running away. But regulators want to encourage innovation. So I think putting guardrails around is going to be a good thing for everyone. So that's the second. And I don't mean just saving and lending. I mean the full spectrum of financial services, almost anything out there.
Lastly, Wood gives her take on non-fungible tokens, which she describes as the first global, private, rule-based property rights system. She adds that it is a system that can effectively lift people and countries out of poverty while being extremely beneficial to creators across all sectors.
And then the third revolution is the next generation internet revolution, and that it does include NFTs. And the way we like to describe NFTs is, again, first, global, another big word, private, rules-based property rights system. So scarce and verifiable. Now, anyone who has read economic history knows the key to lifting countries and people out of poverty is to put in place a property rights system that is secure and verifiable and protected. So we think this is a very big idea. A lot of people think the benefits will accrue to the creator community. We love that idea, the creator community. And it isn't just art, right? And gaming, and it's music. We're going to find out how creative people are as the NFT revolution evolves.
The digital asset revolution is here already, and investors who get in early will profit immensely when it gets wider adoption. However, not every digital asset is going to moon or grow exponentially. Ensure you only put your money into the truly revolutionary ideas to be a part of this explosive growth. Thanks for watching the video. Remember to smash the like button and drop your comments in the comment box below.